Hi and welcome to part 5 of my Oculus Quest Review Series. And in today's video, I'm going to answer the question, which version should you get? The 64GB version or the 128GB version of the Oculus Quest? And this is coming up. Hi and welcome to MRTV. My name is Sebastian Ang and if this is your first time here and if you're just as excited about VR and AR as me, then subscribe now and click the bell button so don't miss any of my upcoming Oculus Quest videos. Yeah, as you can tell, the location has changed again here in my Portugal holidays. I'm now in the next city. It's called Albufeira and it's very beautiful. And yeah, here you can see it in the background, a very nice balcony here. Fantastic. So, only 4 days left until you can buy this here. And this is, of course, the Oculus Quest, the VR system, standalone, fantastic. As you know, I love it and I can wholeheartely recommend it to you. Now, if you have not yet ordered it, you are facing a question. Should you go for the 64GB version, which costs $399? Or should you go for the 128GB version, which is a cool $100 more expensive? Now I'm going to make a case for both versions, but in my humble opinion, you can go for the 64GB version that I also have here. 64GB version for $399. So let me make the case for this version first. First of all, $399 is an amazing price for what this device offers, and 64GB is a lot. So there has been a really great article on Upload VR written by David Jackno, and in this article, stated from the 17th of May, if you want to look it up, he put all of the install sizes of all 53 launch apps and games into that article. So there's going to be 53 games and apps launching on the 21st of May. And after having installed all of these 53 apps and games, all of them at the same time, the 64GB version of the Oculus Quest still had 16GB of space left. So this is just to give you an idea, like how much 64GB actually is. So I am so sure that you're not going to run out of space if you go for the 64GB version. Again, all 53 launch games and apps installed on the device is still 16GB free space. So I truly believe that you're not going to have any problems with the 64GB version. And now you're wondering, yeah, okay, but I want to watch a movie sometimes and stuff. Well, most of the time, won't you actually be streaming the movies? Right? I mean, you're watching Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and most of the time you're actually streaming your media, right? So I really don't think that you would need so much more space. And if you're a fan of adult entertainment, then also I have heard that you can now also stream this kind of content. So with 64GB you should be absolutely fine, and on top of that, just in my opinion, $399 is really such an amazing price for this device with the 64GB version. This is the price that is hot. $100 more, $499. Well, the price is, well, it's, people would still buy it if it was the basic price, but well, but well, it's yeah, it's not so hot anymore, the price. Yeah, okay, but now let me also make a case for the 128GB version. Well, I must be honest with you, I bought the 128GB version, even though I've just made a very strong case for the 64GB version. And the reason is, well, I am a VR YouTuber, right? And I'm going to record lots of in-game footage to show it to you guys. So in my case, I will have probably all games installed that ever will be on the store. And also I'm recording gameplay with it, right? And the gameplay goes onto the memory here. So in that case, I really need to make sure that I don't run out of memory. And for these cases, obviously, it's for me and for other content creators, it's better to have the 128 gigabyte version for sure. So I think in these special cases where you want to record lots of gameplay yourself on the machine, I think in these cases it makes sense to have the 128 gigabyte version. Right, that's actually it already. So now I want to discuss with you why is the 128 gigabyte version so much more expensive, because 64 gigabyte of additional memory, it doesn't cost Oculus $100, right? And it's not more expensive to build that version or whatever. It's just another component. So why that huge additional cost? Well, let me tell you the one thing. The $399 of this device, this is an amazing price. Basically, it feels like they're selling this at cost, so they're not really making money out of the hardware sales. Just think about what this device has, right? It has 4 cameras, it has the SoC, it has the battery, it has the 2 controllers. It is all really like the materials, everything. It feels like a very solid, high quality product. And at $399, well, they must be selling this at cost or with very little margin. So, well, we know Oculus, it's not a hardware play, right? They are a platform play, so they make money off their game sales. So basically, it's the old like they are giving away the razor handles for free, and they're selling the razors as in the games. And that's why it's so hard for a company like HTC, who doesn't really have a great platform at play. Well, now they're getting better with it, Vive Pro Infinity, but for them, for pure hardware manufacturers, it's super tough to compete against Oculus. So the $399 price is amazing. So the 128 gigabyte version, why did they do it? Well, they of course did it to get back some of the margin of the hardware sales. So they also don't want to sell this at loss for sure. So with the 128 gigabyte version, probably there is at least some margin for them to also make money with the hardware. And well, you really can't blame them for this. Probably the $499 price would be actually the price that would make more sense for normal companies in the first place. So that's why I'm not really angry at them. And the great thing is that the base version, the $399 version, it has 64 gigabyte, and it's still better than, for example, the Oculus Go base version, which had 32 gigabyte. And yeah, definitely is already better. So I think nobody can complain. The 64 gigabyte version is okay. It's not too expensive. It is enough for the normal user, and most of us are normal users. If I wouldn't record so many gameplay footage videos, 64 gigabyte would be in order for me as well. And well, if you really run out of storage, then delete some of the games and simply download them. As you can tell in that amazing David Jagnon article on Upload VR, you can see all of the install sizes for all of the games, and they are 800 megabyte, 1.2 gigabyte. I think the biggest one's going to be some 2 gigabyte. So yeah, then you have an idea of how much space you would actually need for those games, and therefore I don't think you would run in any problem. All right, please do let me know which version are you going to buy. Are you going to buy the 64 gigabyte version, or are you going to buy the 128 gigabyte version? And if you go for the 128 gigabyte version, please do let me know why you do that. Probably I've missed some argument of pro 128 gigabyte version. Please do leave that in the comment section below, that we can have a discussion, that we can have more opinions. So do leave that in the comment section below. Also, if you have not yet ordered it, I would absolutely recommend you to order it. I'm leaving a link to the Amazon store down in the description below. If you purchase through that link, you support this channel and it doesn't cost you any cent more. So I would of course appreciate that. Thank you. That's everything that I got for this video. If you have not yet subscribed to MRTV, why don't you do that now? Because, well, then you will not miss any of the upcoming Oculus Quest videos that I'm going to put on the channel, and I'm going to put quite a lot onto the channel. So definitely subscribe to MRTV. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'm very much looking forward to see you tomorrow. Until then, bye.